The world gets a new millionaire every 21 seconds and one new billionaire every single day. By the end of this video, you'll understand why so many people are becoming rich and learn how to do it yourself. Here's 15 reasons why getting rich is super easy. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Number 1. You live in the most abundant period in human history. Look, there's never been a better time in human history to be alive. Staying poor at this time in history is a choice. Everything is abundant. More people die from being overweight than from starving. We have unlimited entertainment, access, and freedom of movement. Nothing is out of your reach. You fall asleep at night feeling safe. Even the bad things happening in the world are mere inconveniences at this point, and honestly, you're probably shielded from most of them. There's never been so much money changing hands before. It's just a matter of putting your hand out into the flow of money and taking your share. Number 2. 1 in 10 people is rich. There are 22 million millionaires in the United States of America. People think you need to be special to have an extraordinary talent or God-given ability to create wealth. That's false. Out of every 1,000 people, 100 of them will be rich. You just have to make sure you're one of them. If the city you live in has 200,000 people, that means 20,000 people from your city will be wealthy. What's stopping you from being one of that 20,000? Here's something most poor people don't understand. Anyone who has the will and can commit to becoming rich will become rich. But most people don't actually go after wealth. They go after survival. Low effort plus security of tomorrow. It's a race without enough participants. How many people around you do you think have made it their goal to build wealth? Ask them and you'll be shocked to learn almost nobody has a game plan for building wealth. Well, here's the truth. It takes about 7 years to become rich. No matter where you live in the world, what gender you are, the color of your skin, or who your parents are, 7 years is the average timeline. Number 3. Our entire economy is based on consumption, so money needs to flow. At this moment in history, economies rely on consumption. The government needs you to keep spending money or else everything collapses. This year, you'll spend more money than you did last year, and that's what consumers do. They spend. But here's the golden rule of becoming rich. If you want to get rich, all you have to do is shift from being a consumer to being a creator. It's simple. Consumers spend money and creators receive the money. Build anything and sell it. People will trade their money for what you're creating, so money flows from them to you. In this economy, you have creators at the top and consumers at the bottom, and money floats. That's why it ends up with the people at the top. Number 4. You can work and make money from anywhere in the world. Historically, humans have been chained to the workplace. It used to be the farm, then you live near the factory, then near the office. This is the first time in human history where that chain has been broken. Not only can one leave and keep their jobs from other parts of the planet where the cost of living is substantially lower, making you 3 to 4 times richer, but even more excitingly, since you can now work from anywhere in the world, companies are hiring people from anywhere in the world, meaning that the geographical wage disparity is going away. If you're from Kenya but have the skills of a senior developer, then you can get a job as a senior dev in the United States or Europe, which will pay you multiple times higher than being a developer in your country. Number 5. You have access to premium education for cheap or even free. Historically, it used to be that only members of the royal family could send their kids to church and learn to read and write, making them superior to the peasants. They tried to keep that model up with the exorbitant college tuitions, enslaving large portions of the youth with student debt. ALUX is the result of this shift. You're getting PhD level education in finance and investments for free on YouTube. We're on a mission to educate 1 billion people for cheap or even free. Only rich people used to have access to smart people teaching them how to grow their fortunes. Now you have resources like the ALUX app. Instead of paying $1,000 a week to a mediocre performance coach, you can pay just $99 per year and have our experts distill knowledge for you in a way which you can actually apply it. The ALUX app is the only app in the world currently that does this. Everything you need to learn about going from poverty to building wealth is available in the learning pack called Principles of Wealth Building, which you can find in the app, and it's included in your subscription. Online education is changing the world. You no longer need to go to a fancy school to be rich. Number 6. You don't need any money to start making money. Poor people always say this: you need money to make money. And it's wrong. Not only that, if that's your belief system, you have sabotaged yourself from any way of moving forward in life. Today, you no longer need money to make money. Everything is free. You can make money by trading time, effort, or knowledge. Honestly, if you can't do it without any money, you don't have what it takes. Any idiot can make money if they have money. You buy a house, you rent it out, congrats, you're a real estate entrepreneur. Most millionaires today are built with hard work and little to no money. And before you say, well, they were born rich or had connections, yeah, 88% of all new millionaires are self-made, meaning they started out poor and built everything from scratch. You trade time, effort, and knowledge for money, and then you reinvest that money. It's actually pretty simple. Silicon Valley has glamorized this idea of raising money from investors to build your company. But they got it wrong. Never celebrate raising money. How are you celebrating giving someone else a portion of your company? The fact that you needed to raise money signals your failure to grow organically. Number 7. Hardware is extremely cheap and software is free or almost free. We live in the age of the $30 or less smartphone. Just think for a second about the level of progress we've made, where for the price of a meal, you have access to the entire world in your pocket. For $100, you're getting multiple cameras connected to the internet that would have cost thousands of dollars just a few years back. With any of these devices, you could have a YouTube account and learn. You could set up a LinkedIn or an Upwork account to find a job. You could reach anyone in the world through Facebook or showcase what you do via TikTok or Instagram. There are no financial barriers to entry in this new world. The only barrier is one of effort. It's just the lazy people who aren't making any progress. Number 8. Automation and software have replaced large teams. Software is eating up the world, and automation is eating up the workforce. Use that to your advantage. You can do almost everything yourself if you wanted. You can pay for accounting software for $9.99 a month, and it'll take worries off your shoulders. Instead of having a sales team, you could set up an ad campaign. Instead of marketing, you could create educational content and publish it online for the world to see. Instead of handcrafting your own products, you could outsource it to a manufacturer that handles production, packaging, and shipping on your behalf. Look around you. Almost everything in your house is mass-produced, from the clothes you're wearing to the device you're watching this on, to the food you're eating. Your value in the marketplace increases based on your ability to use the tools at your disposal. Number 9. It's never been easier to invest in the stock market. A big part of the wealth building process is making sure your money grows while you sleep. The safest way to do that is through real estate, but homes are expensive. The second easiest way is to tie your money to the market. You're buying products from companies, so why not be an investor in those companies and have them share their profits with you? Back in the day, it was pretty complicated to invest in companies. You needed a broker, they made you believe that this was not something you can do by yourself as it involves monitoring the markets 24/7 and looking at charts. But that was all bullshit. Every country has its own plethora of investing apps. eToro, Revolut, Capital, Fidelity, even the nasty folks at Robinhood. Next to your balance, you will see Apple, Amazon, Tesla, and other highly successful companies that are making great products that you love. With one tap on your screen, you can begin investing in those companies with as little as $10. You don't even have to buy an entire share to reap benefits. Invest whatever you're comfortable with and watch your money grow as these companies grow. And if you don't know what to pick, go with the S&P 500. It's a basket of the best performing companies in the US. Historically, it's returned over 10% per year for the past 30 years. Number 10. Technological revolutions are happening fast. 20 years ago, the internet went mainstream. The big revolution of moving offline businesses online. 10 years ago, social media went mainstream, and instead of watching TV, we started watching other people do cool things. A few years ago, blockchain started getting some traction, and although it's not yet mainstream, this doesn't mean the impact won't be real. Every technological revolution allows you to build wealth if you ride the wave of changes it brings. All you have to do is understand what's happening and position yourself for success. How many of you want to understand what's the big deal with blockchain and Bitcoin but have been postponing it for ages? Well, here's the deal. Go to alux.com/Bitcoin right now. We've made the most efficient course to take you from absolute newbie to understanding what blockchain is and how to take advantage of this financial revolution. Do it now. Use the promo code ALUXER and get 25% off at checkout. You keep postponing, so maybe it's time you actually do something about it. Number 11. Advertising, fame, and community building are available to everyone. Back in the day, people of influence would choose who gets to become famous. They would handpick the next movie star, decide who gets to be on TV, and choose the next big artist. Well, those gatekeepers are gone. It's never been easier to acquire fame than it is today. Money follows attention. If you can capture people's attention, others will pay you for the attention you're getting, or if you're smart, you can monetize it yourself. Influencers, as we know them, will soon be split into two categories: billboards for others and entrepreneurs. The moment these influencers figure out they can sell their own product and keep the profits instead of making money for other companies, the game changes. You saw Kanye go from debt to billionaire by owning 100% of Yeezy. Kylie sold a makeup kit to her millions of followers and made billions. These are extreme cases, of course, but you only need 1,000 true fans to pay you $100 a year, and you can survive off your art. You have no excuse not to leverage the tools at your disposal to build a life you're proud of. Number 12. You can outsource almost everything. The world is filled with talented people who have the expertise you're lacking. Fortunately for you, these people are willing to trade their insights and abilities for money. You don't need to learn how to design a great logo. You don't need to learn how to build a website, how to run ads, how to edit videos, how to file a trademark, or how to use heavy machinery. You could hire people to do all of this on your behalf. Getting rich is super easy once you understand how to do this particular arbitrage. The easiest way to get rich is pay someone less than the money they're making you. Your job is to figure out how to get paid more than you're paying them. Solve this equation, and you're golden. Number 13. Luck and chance are negotiable. Alexa, for as long as you live, please remember this. Reality is negotiable. You can live any kind of life you want as long as you're willing to negotiate for it. But Alux, what if I'm not lucky like that? Well, here's the thing. Luck is distributed randomly. Chances are, luck will hit you several times in this life. By sheer luck, you ended up on this video today. But it depends on your position if you're able to take advantage of that luck or not. Now, here's what that means, and fundamentally is why the rich keep getting richer while the poor will stay poor forever. Let's take two people of a similar ability, similar race, similar gender, etc. One of them works twice as much as the other one. This allows the hard worker to save the difference in earning. One day, luck shows up as an opportunity. Someone is selling some land for cheap because they need the money. So, the one working regular hours doesn't have the money to do it, so they pass on the opportunity, while the one with the savings takes advantage of it and becomes richer because of it. Both people got the same opportunity, the same luck, but they were not in the same position to capitalize on it. And what if bad luck hits? We have the same two individuals, one with savings because they work twice as much, while the other has none because they live paycheck to paycheck. Both of them are hit with the same bad luck, needing to have surgery. The one with the money saved up is able to pay for the surgery with the savings that they have, and their lifestyle is unaffected. The one without the savings needs to borrow money at an interest or sell some of their assets to cover it, thus becoming even poorer. And this, my friends, is how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It all depends on the setup, of the effort, of putting yourself in front of viable opportunities that you can access. Number 14. No matter how specific, fringe, or weird you think your product is, you will find customers. Look, there's almost 8 billion people on the planet. We guarantee you that no matter what you're into, you'll find plenty of people who share your interest. There's just too many of us, so we're breaking down into groups based on interests. Every group has their consumers and their creators. The creators create while the consumers make the creators rich. Service your niche community and you'll do well for yourself. Number 15. Governments are printing money like crazy. Between our rich friends, there's this joke running around. The government will make everyone a millionaire. The founder of Alux grew up in Romania in the 1990s. And in Romania in the 90s, everyone was a millionaire. At least that's what the currency said, but they devalued the national currency. Your monthly rent was a couple million lei, or the equivalent of $250. We've witnessed firsthand what happens when inflation steps in. Once governments start printing money like crazy, the currency begins to devalue. We guarantee that every single person watching this video has noticed that they pay at least 30% more for the same grocery basket now compared to only 2 years ago. When they print money, they're robbing you of wealth. But that money is entering the economy. Whenever they print more money, that means there's more money available for the taking. People will spend more. Make sure you're on the receiving end of that spending if you want to be rich. We want to flip this on to you. You've heard our thesis, so now it's your turn. Do you honestly think it's easier today to get rich than it was 30 years ago? Let us know in the comments and let's spark a debate on this one. We know you're smart, so it's time to prove it. And as for those of you still watching, here's a bonus we saved for you. There are only 8 paths of building wealth. Here's the list. 1. Building products. 2. Building a brand. 3. Building a team. 4. Making deals. 5. Trading assets. 6. Accumulating assets. 7. Managing assets. Or 8. Engineering systems. All businesses rely on these activities. Look carefully at the list and figure out where your skill sets can be used, and you can leverage that to build your own wealth. Don't get caught up in all the multiple streams of income bullshit. Believe it or not, you can get rich without having 7 streams of income. That's not actually how people get rich. People confuse how rich people make money versus how they invest it. If you know what you're doing, you don't need to diversify. Rich people get rich by putting all their time, money, and effort into one strategy to succeed. They use that to earn a ton of money, and then they invest in different assets. But you have to make the money first. Unless you're able to master money first, you will never be rich. You folks are the true A-Luxers, so we encourage you once again to check out the Principles of Wealth Building in the app. We could have made a $1,000 course with the info in there, but we choose to sell it for $25 so everyone can afford it. Go to alux.com/app right now. If you're committed to mastering money first, write the word FIRST in the comments. Let's see how many of you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching this video, A-Luxer. If you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this video for you to watch next. Or head over to our website for more amazing content. See you tomorrow.